Hi, it's Bibi Cameron here, and today I'm sharing another card idea, but this time I'm using Going Global stamp set from Stampin' Up. What is fun about this card is that it spins, and I also have created this fun folding in the front panel. When I saw all the images in my stamp set, and when I was making this card, I was thinking and gather together all the elements to help me to transmit a message. And there was so many ways to do this, but as the stamp set has a warm-up stamp, I want this warm-up to rotate somehow around its own axis. And what a better way to do this than making a spinner card. I also create this circular window here because I wanted my warm-up to rotate freely through all the cardstock layers. So that's what I choose this easy card making technique to make this specific project, and today I want to share with you the way I make it. So let's start. I use an A4 sheet of whisper white cardstock, and I'm going to place it on my Stampin' Up trimmer as I'm showing here. I'm only going to trim the width of this A4 sheet of cardstock at 6 inches. And I will keep the full length of my A4 sheet of cardstock. You can make this in any size, so you don't have to stick to this size. You can make it in any size you prefer. So what I'm going to do here is folding this piece in half, like so. And then I'm going to fold one of the half in half again. And we are done with the folding. Now I'm going to grab my die cutting machine to create the windows. Please pay attention to this scoring line in the center because this is going to be my guide. I'm unfolding my card base, and now I'm going to rotate the paper like so, so I keep my scoring line in the left. I only need to trim the circle in this area here. I'm not going to cut the whole window, only half of it. So to do that, I just place my die on the cardstock, and I'm going to align the edge of my acrylic plate, the other cutting plate, on top of that scoring line. And then I'm going to pass it through the machine. In that way, I'm only going to trim or to cut the half of the circle. And we are done with this part. You can also use a square die or any kind of die you have to trim the paper in this way to create a base to make a flip card like this one. And from there you can create a complete different design. But today I want to make a window through all the layers of cardstock, so I just fold my card's base completely, and I'm going to use a smaller die to cut that window, and I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold that die in place. So I just place my acrylic plate on top, and I just run this through the machine. This is how it looks after. So I get the frame, the circle frame, and I also get the window. So that my card base is finished, and now I'm going to make the mechanism for the spinner card, and I'm going to embellish this project. Then I grab two circular dies in different sizes, one is smaller than the other one, and I paste them with tape or washi tape to a piece of cardstock. In this case it's black cardstock, and I run them through the die cutting machine to get a frame like this one. So I do that twice, and I get two frames, two black frames like so. So this is done, and now I'm going to look for a designer series paper for my background. I got this beautiful paper from Stampin' Up. The name is Going Places, and it coordinates with Going Global stamp set, which is this one here. And I want to make a little break to show you how the stamp comes. This is a clean stamp. It comes with a sheet of special plastic stickers, and also it comes with a rubber panel in which you will find all your stickers together. And all you have to do is to peel off the backing of both of these parts and paste them together in the right position. These kind of stamps are designed to be used with clear blocks. This is one of the 3 kinds of stamps you can find in my Stampin' Up shop. You will find clear stamps, which is this one, photopolymer stamps, which are the transparent, completely transparent, and you will find stamps with wooden blocks. It means that you will get similar stamps like this, but instead to be attached to a plastic sticker, you will attach them to a wooden block. And if you make a mistake when you are pasting these stickers, you can just remove the sticker and paste it again. Then I'm going to attach the stamp to a clear block, just like this, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to grab the piece of cardstock that I got left from the beginning of this video when I was cutting my card base, and I just wanted to explore different coloring techniques to see what could look better and making this card at the same time I'm making this video tutorial. So I'm designing the card at the same time, and I'm just playing with the ink. So you can do that, you can add different colors to a stamp, or you can add a darker ink. This is mostly Mea dough. But after playing for a while with the inks and trying to overlay the stamps, I decided that this might be a good match. So I use a light ink or a bright ink. In this case, it's Crushed Curry or Lost Lagoon, and I stamped the sentiment using the new Archibald black ink pad, which is amazing. I completely adore this ink, but still I found that the ink doesn't look so clear on the blue shade, so I definitely go with the yellow. Then I decided to go ahead and stamp the sentiment with clear Versamark ink and white embossing powder on black cardstock and cherry clover cardstock, and I just trimmed the banners just to add a little bit something to that part of the card. I also was thinking about the color of cardstock I could use to make the card base, and if you see here, this is a perfect coordination between the designer series paper and the cardstock. There is a package of cardstock you can get in my Stampin' Up shop. The name is Going Places cardstock pack. It has 24 sheets, and it comes these 3 colors. You see here, this is Whisper White cardstock, and these are the 3 colors that match with the designer series paper I'm going to use. So it will be ideal to make the card base in any of those cardstock colors, but as I got my Whisper White card base, I'm going to keep it for my card today, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste the little banners I just trimmed before, and I'm going to paste them here in these die cuts. I forget to mention that I use dies to cut the world map image. You can also use your punches or anything similar. So now I got all my parts to make the spinner card, and I'm going to use double-sided tape here and here to create the mechanism for the spinner card. The mechanism for the spinner card is basically a thread. So I'm going to grab a piece of gold stamping thread, and I'm going to fold it in half. So I paste a double layer of thread, and then I'm going to use glue to paste that part to the front panel of my card. I'm going to be very careful. I don't want any glue outside of that frame. And then I'm going to paste these 2 pieces, or I'm going to align these 2 pieces together, paying attention that they are in the right place. I use a double-sided sticky tape in the back and also glue, and then this is the way I paste those pieces together. So the mechanism is working, as you can see, and I'm going to paste this other frame in the back of that part, like so. Not only to decorate this part, but also to add a little bit of strength to the paper and to that spinner part. So that's what I'm using, also those frames. And now I'm going to add the designer series paper. But before, I'm going to create a window using the same size of circle die. And once I do this, I just paste it to the card base using glue. And then I use my Stampin' Up! Trimmer to trim any excess of paper. I thought this card needs a little bit extra to be finished, and then I decided to create a banner using Versamark clear ink and white stamping embossed powder on a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. I heat this up, making sure that all my embossing powder is melting, and then using my Stampin' Up! Trimmer, I just trim the little banner. I also decided to add a little bit of gold metallic thread to the backing of this banner, and just to add a little bit of a sparkle or a shiny element there, and then I paste the banner with dimensionals. So this is the card finish, and I would recommend that before putting the card inside the envelope, winding this spinner part here, so when the person which is receiving the card open the envelope and take the card out, the card will spin. I also have made an envelope for this project. It's a very easy and quick thing to do. I just stamp tone on tone the word map on that envelope, and I create a little banner using very small scrap papers I got left from making the card. So that's all for today. I hope you like this video and this card making idea. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, to visit my blog for more ideas and inspiration, or to order Stampin' Up! Products anytime. Thank you very much for watching, and happy crafting! Bye!